1, 2, 3, 4. Go!
Hey everyone, I'm NanoElite666, and you're watching me play Guild Wars 2. We are back here in the Janthir Wilds, still at Harvest Den, running around, doing things. I'm supposed to be doing things and leveling my mastery track so I can learn how to use a spear. Oh, look! There's another rabbit going in the furnace. I just happened to time my starting of this next part just perfectly. I don't know why the kodan are throwing rabbits into the smelting furnace, but it amuses me nonetheless. Anyways, that's a big old ceiling fan. I need to get to work doing things so I can learn how to stab things with a spear not underwater. Because apparently that's something I don't know how to do. But I'm going to go talk to these people who don't have anything to say. Never mind. Does it hurt if I stand in the furnace? Nope. Damn it. This is perfect.
A whole pile of so-so doodads. And do what? Admire them?
I guess the rabbits that keep getting chucked in aren't in any danger. This furnace doesn't seem to be burning much. I'm not even taking damage.
That might just become the finest axe this side.
Anyways, I'm gonna go read this village notice. There have been recent reports of food and trinkets going missing throughout the Harvest Den. Be on the watch for a small feline reportedly wearing a hat of some sort, the fashion of which is unfamiliar and not of the lowlands. Multiple bearkin have noted seeing this cat around the time of these theft incidents, leading us to believe that they may be related. There's an extra that there. Where I like it. A cat wearing a hat is stealing things. Okay. Curious. What's this? Hey there, outsider. Up for a game of hide and seek with some of us? Tell me more. Well, you know, a bunch of us will hide, and it's your job to find everyone as quickly as possible. We'll even help you out by giving you an easy way to know when it's time to get close. No, it's us when you get close. I'm in. Ah, it's a thing. Find as many kodan cubs as quickly as possible without cheating. I gotta find 12. Sure, let's play hide and seek. Okay. Found one.
Not fair! You cheated!
No, I didn't. You didn't hide very well, kid. Any kids hiding in the forge? Said he would give me a way to find them, unless that's just the... Take to the sky. There's one. There's one. I see a child. Hi, child. There's a book in there. Oh, going out of the zone. Are there any children in here? Any children hiding in here?
As autumn dawns, so does the harvest when we dine to our heart's content.
Check the compass to see their pings. Well, I was not looking at my mini-map when the pings went off, apparently. probably not going to be inside buildings, he says as they proceed to be inside buildings.
Do not be foolish. Bob Vale trains every day. Our claw is tough.
Please keep all mounts out of the stand.
Man, I'm bad at hide and seek.
Not fair! You cheated!
Found one. Alright, I also saw... Oh, you know what? The child's going to be in the cave under the waterfall. I see you, child.
Aw, did Caden Rhythm tell you where I was?
No. There's a lot of shit to read in here.
Grandpa's imagining things. Puppies can't dig.
I don't think I'm going to find all the kids.
Uh-huh. I've only ever seen bees in trees. Underground bees sound silly.
What? There's one this way? But I thought I wandered over this way. Oh, there is one there. No, that's a Warclaw cub. Oh, I have overshot. I got 4. Not very good. Anyways. You know, I did the heart vendor. Filled up my heart quest. I want to go find the heart vendor and see what I can get. There's a bunch of stuff here for like heart quests. And it said it was a tiered system. Well, you're way up there. Nope, that answers that question. I did not train updraft training for my flying mount yet. I couldn't remember if I had done that or not.
That'll do for now. Thank you. Reap and sow in time with nature's rhythm. One must listen.
Hey, look, I'm standing on the roof over there. It might have gotten cut off. It might get cut off in editing. Oh, you know, I bet a lot of the children are going to hide around those. Can I buy supplies? Can you let me know how I'm doing? Show Renown Mastery Achievement. Tier 5. Amalgamated Rift Essence. Used for crafting stuff. Rift Essence. Sweet Treated Pine Plank. Honey Flower. Lowland Pine Log. Homestead Decorations. Not there yet. Anyways, okay.
Summer, your journeykin are destroying my cabbages.
Not that cabbages.
Gonna bleed out.
Why am I gonna bleed out? Oh, it's...
That's the trick. Nice and easy.
It's over.
Just notice I'm getting hit with a bleed debuff. The cat is biting me. As I'm sitting there trying to hold it and put it back. That's funny.
Ready to hit.
Why is that so wonky with putting things back? Excuse you, little cat. Come here, you.
On the mend.
Here. I don't know why that is so wonky with putting things back.
Might makes right.
I'm gonna harvest that cabbage.
It's over.
Well, keep shoveling cats back into the pen.
Thank you, Outlander. He'll let them gnaw his house down before a stern word crosses his
Nothing
tongue.
like the spoils of war.
Yay! Got some experience towards the thing I'm supposed to be doing. Anyways, I saw a house full of books over this way I want to go read. I know I'm getting distracted and not doing the things I'm supposed to be doing. But how can you expect me not to? When there's, like, houses full of books to read.
So, you're not headed to the ridge, are you?
I was, but worry touches your eyes. What is it?
The cubs have been sharing a story among themselves about a creature near the ridge. They call it Slithering Cub Eater.
Slithering cub eater. A tale, I'm sure. You know better than to believe the cubs, Sinter.
I do, but I heard a cry on a moon-bound hunt. I didn't see the beast, but I caught its shadow. Slid right out of sight.
Maybe I'll craft a few more arrows.
Anyways, I'm gonna go in this house and read all the shit inside it. What is that? Earning spears. Earn experience to unlock the spear. Oh boy, letter from Dagonet. As an expression of trust and good faith, the Tyrian Alliance would like to gift the village of Harvest Den with a collection of books from cultures across Tyria. Each volume should paint a unique image of the various societies that make up the Alliance. Our hope is that you will accept this gesture as a kind introduction. As you share your culture with our advocates, we would like to return the hospitality and share yours. Firstborn Dagonet. Alright. From Pirate to Pilot. By Captain Ivan. What makes a man or mole? Ivan has pondered this much after his misadventures in Cantha. I've seen fantastical places, done battle with impossible beasts, stared my own reflections in the face, and lost the person I cared for most. But in turn, I've gained new perspective, new purpose, and a new friends to support me in this new chapter. Perhaps the last kindness my former captain gifted me. Ivan had not always known this kindness. Life in the Moletariat was not the ideological paradise I was raised to believe. Instead of unified collective action to benefit the vulnerable, opportunists clawed for support and power over and over, only to change their tune afterwards. Which isn't to say we didn't have our successes, but as I grew older, I saw our movement was as much born of hatred as it was liberation and communion. Hatred for our ancient Stone Summit taskmasters boiled over into hatred for all dwarves, and then outsiders of all kinds, before turning inward toward our own people. I hold most of the movement's core tenets close to my mind and heart. It's what led me to the Aetherblades. I craved for community again. Family. It was fortunate that they had use of my skills, skeptical as they were at first. A dredge navigator and a good one at that. They had their laughs now and then, but they were singing a different tune after I steered them clear of Kralkatorik's rampage through the mists. The mist changed many of us, some for the worse. Afterward, Cantha felt like a potential fresh start, but many of our crews had other plans. Somehow, I'd stumbled goggles first into the custody of one of our old foes from the Scarlet Days, the famed Pact Commander, the storied slayer of dragons, gods, liches. You name it, they've probably killed it. What, I didn't kill a lich? Have I killed a lich? I mean, Guild Wars 1 involved a lich. Was there a lich? Oh, yeah, duh, Joko. Was there a lich? You name it, they've probably killed it. Ivan thought, this is it. This is the end of the line. Ivan was wrong. Dragon Parentage and Family. Draconology in a New Cycle by explorer Kurt Bengtsson. The more personal facets of Tyria's dragonkind have long been wrapped in mystery. In my brief conversation with the Elder Prismatic Dragon, Aurene, shortly after the Dragon Void crisis in Cantha, she admitted that despite her ascension, she was only a couple years short of a decade. With her consent, I was allowed to ask some more personal questions. Launching right into the thick of it, I asked Aurene whether she and her brother, Vlast, were part of Glenn's only clutch of eggs. Despite the memories imprinted by the time of her hatching or later uncovering her by... Despite the memories imprinted by the time of her hatching or later uncovered by her gleaning of the scrying pool, Aurene was ultimately unsure. Historical records of encounters with Glint allude to her having had more than 2 eggs. What happened to the rest of them has been lost to the annals of history. But as forgotten and exalted records denote, Glint's clutch was created and protected for the purpose of eventually deposing and replacing the Elder Dragons. Tammy 27. Aurene found this detail poignant as she described her brief and final conversations with Suwan and the regret she'd expressed with regards to their raising, having created the other Elder Dragons as tools to serve some cosmic purpose without much thought to how that would affect them, and how they would later connect, or not, with other living beings. There has been much discourse over whether all dragons can create their own eggs, and then suffuse them with enough magic for a hatchling to form. All experts in the field agree elder dragons and their direct offspring are seemingly set apart from the rest of dragonkind, all possessing the ability to shape and create life with power to outmatch the human gods. That Glint was freed by the Forgotten and then able to sow the seeds of her elder family's downfall was nothing short of a miracle. The specifics of elder dragon parentage are still conjecture at best, though. By Aurene's account, her grandsire expressed some amount of remorse for having killed her and possibly her mother. It's unclear if Kralkatorrik was driven entirely by the early coalescing effects of the Dragon Void, or if he was also guided by visions of his own, always knowing he and his offspring would have to die for Aurene to ascend. What is most interesting is that Krakator's capacity for empathy, connection, and resonance, albeit rudimentary and corruptible, was a consistent through line from Suwan down to his own offspring, something not witnessed with his siblings, Timey 53. Oh, one more. The Ravaging of the Jade Runner. Woo. Chapter 7. The cursed day arrived like any other. After 3 days at sea, the crew were eager to spot the silhouette of the Kwanjun on the horizon near sundown, at the zenith of the festivities following the holy ceremony. While I was but a simple cabin girl, Captain Ario was keen on letting me join the crew for the celebration this year. The other 2 ships in our convoy were equally as excited, shooting off the odd firecracker while shouting some blasphemous prayer to Duena, were she the listening kind. I remember the moment as clearly as the Gyala shallows that day. Nautis reported a strange cloud on the horizon, foul magic in the air. Next, the sails caved in reverse. I remember the harrowed look on the captain's eyes. The cracking of wood masts as the anguished wail of Shiro's foul spirit rode the cursed gale from the shattered temple. Oh, this must be the Jade Wind. Before I could blink, First Mate Dolus had me lashed and tied off near the back of the boat, quickly doing the same for himself. Arya's voice roared above the din of the wind. "All hands brace," she cried, for what good it did. One of the luckier ships, we were mid-trough. Trough? Mid-trough, you see. Our hull cracked and splintered, and the sea's water froze solid. The mast snapped and fell, crushing the helmsman before he could move, much less scream. I watched as massive fissures cut across the waters nearby, as towering gouts of mist were carried on green winds expelled from the solid depths below. Entire shelves of what was once seawater rose and sank as the world around us was rent asunder. One of the other ships in the convoy, the Salted Spray, was caught out on a crystal ahead of us, shearing it in half as a hand might snap a fistful of dry, long noodles. Shearing should be EA. It's the wrong shear, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. They had not been as prepared, half of their crew already drunk before what would have been a rancorous evening of delights. The third ship similarly fared worse on the crest behind us. Kid, you all right? Good enough to stand?" I remember Dolus saying with urgency, his hands clasping the sides of my head, wiping away either tears or what little of the sea remained. I don't recall. I could only nod in my concussed state. He turned around, reaching for the helping hand of the captain, slowly rising to his feet. The only clamor to be heard now were the cries of survivors amidst the wreckages now shattered against the haunting stillness of the silent surf. Yup, that be the Jade Wind that froze the Jade Sea. Alright, what am I doing? Not what I'm supposed to be. There's another thing to read down here. I'm gonna go read it. Overfeeding. Reminder to everyone that Beans is not to be fed between scheduled meal times. No excuses. She's beginning to look more seal than Journeykin these days. I caught 6 of you sneaking her cuts of fresh salmon the other afternoon. That includes you, Claw Alder. Don't think I didn't notice. Barbervale. Beans? Who's Beans? Who's Beans? Somebody's making a fat cat. Don't overfeed your murder cats. They get less good at murder. Anyways, I should really go do something useful. Like explore or go get a mastery point or something. Look at all them mastery points out there. Look at that waypoint there. I'm going to go get that waypoint and maybe do that adventure. Just stuff I need to do. I keep just not doing things. So I'll never get to stab things with a spear. I'll land. Where's this bouncy mushroom take me? Hey, right up to this thing I was going towards. Woo! fishing. I don't want to do fishing. I mean, I know it's an event that would, you know, help me do what I'm trying to do. But I don't actually want to do fishing right now. Instead, I'm going to go pillage all these grapes.
You've heard? Envoys from some alliance have arrived in our keep.
Bunch of do-good mothers, sniffing about where they're needed not.
Given the circumstances, some extra help may be appropriate.
So long as they don't stick their snoots too far in business. Like now.
Did you really say snoots? Come on. Can't take you seriously if you're gonna talk like that. Reaching this location, I have proved my mastery of the terrain. It wasn't that hard.
Achieve the life for me.
Alright. Down here to this waypoint. There's a portal there. Oh. Guess I'm going through Janthir Sentry. Is this a different map? Must be. I have none of the stuff checked off.
We need to make sure the area is secure from the mist burned. Volunteers, please.
Well, I don't want to go here yet. I was doing other things. Where is this? Ah, across the bay. Well, there is a mastery point. I might as well grab that while I'm here. Mastery point, and there's a waypoint right there. Might as well go grab that. There's an event.
Gaining adrenaline. On my mark.
You'll be feeling that one for days.
I have a wild cabbage. I must help. Yoink. Animal meat.
Now that's a combo.
So does the animal meat just come from the boars? You would think.
Anger rising. Swiftly. Prepare to strike. On my mark.
Out there. A few more slabs and we'll be eating just fine. Smash them!
On my mark.
Am I, like, failing at comprehending how to harvest meat?
No!
Moving out.
There's some.
On my mark. Oh yeah, that's my route.
Maybe I'm just dumb and not sticking around long enough after it. Not sticking around long enough for it to spawn. I don't know.
Anger rising.
You would think you would get meat from every one of these things.
It's over.
Prepare to strike. Adrenaline almost full. Rocket punch.
It's over.
There's some animal meat. Okay, I helped. I'm going to read this, Movement of the Clouds. Janthir weather prediction. Notice from the Astral Ward, Janthir Sentry forecast statement. The weather in the air foretells chilly and wet conditions for the next few days. Cloud shapes predict off and on rain with accompanying gales. Driving rain and lower temperatures are expected during mist tides, so if you are not prepared for the storm, don't stray too far from camp. Excuse me. We suggest the suspension of expeditions while mist storms are active, given the heightened magical instability. Even after the storms pass, only the hardiest adventurers should apply to trek the Isle. Be cautious. Avoid the shoreline until further notice. Anyways, that's enough of that. Curious Mersat currency. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's about time to wrap it up for this part. So, once again, I thank you all for watching. I hope you've been enjoying. As always, if you have any suggestions or recommendations for games that you think I should play that might make for a good series like this at some point in the future, or if you just wish to give me a shout, give me some feedback, let me know how I'm doing. Am I doing good? Am I doing bad? If I'm doing bad, what can I do to go from doing bad to doing good? Or if you just wish to inform me that I'm a terrible person because I have still mostly just farted around and not done what I need to be able to learn how to stab things with spears, you may inform me as such in the comments below. PC, PS4, PS5, I almost said, and PS6, that doesn't exist yet. 4 game recommendations, as that's all that I can currently record on right now. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, then please subscribe to the channel. You'll be kept up to date, whenever I post up new videos, and then you won't ever have to miss out on any of the shenanigans that go down in this small little corner of the internet. Also, if you know of anyone else who might enjoy watching this sort of thing, please share this video or one of my other videos with them. Point them in my general direction so maybe they might potentially swing by and be entertained by the shenanigans that go down in this small little corner of the internet. Also, you should follow me on Twitter at NanoElite666. So I'll be using that to make news updates and announcements and such regarding the channel whenever the need should arise in the future. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I thank you all for watching. I hope you have been enjoying. I am NanoElite666, and I will see you all next time, where I may or may not make more progress towards my spear stabby training. I don't know at this point. I keep getting distracted by things. Poof.